My slide is visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am. Please proceed.
Okay, we are really sorry for the confusion. So, what I was talking about that today will be dealing with the issue which all of us are facing day to day, and these are happening due to the stress. But without knowing the fact that we are under stress, we are undergoing some problems, and it may happen in the form of a headache, like backache, or some salivary secretions. Try to listen very carefully. Even diarrhea, some stomach complaint, rapid breathing, or excessive sweating, elevated heart rate, or increased pulse rate, sometimes blood pressure elevation, and also the increased risk of type 2 diabetes and the erectile dysfunction, infertility, irregular menstrual cycle, and weakening of immune system, sleep deprivation, and fatigueness. These are the symptoms of the stress. So you know that there is a biological reason for these stress and some of the pathways which are linked with this stress. So thus these common biomarkers are the actually stress markers, and it can be studied clinically or identified clinically, like epinephrine or non-epinephrine level. If you have inflammation in your body, then C-reactive protein, interleukin 6, E-selectin, intracellular adhesion, molecule 1, fibrinogen. It also affects the lipid metabolism in terms of body mass index, waist to hip ratio, LDL cholesterol, HDL cholesterol, triglycerides. If it affects the glucose metabolism, your level of hemoglobin A1C, blood glucose, insulin resistance. In case of neuroendocrine system, cortisol level, dehydroepiandrosterone sulfate level. If it is affecting cardiovascular, your resting heartbeat will be different, systolic blood pressure, pulse pressure, and if parasympathetic nervous system affected, your heart rate variability may be noted down. So these are the some stress indicators. There is a complex bidirectional pathway and which connects the stress and diseases. So one has to know that how to cope up with this stress, and for that, a lot of training, resilience programs, mental health care, and as well as medical care has been advised to take all these issues. So this chart, you see that if this stress prolongs, and that prolonged stress may lead to the various physiological changes in your body, and which affects the health behavior as well as your mood swings, your emotions, as well as your cognitive ability gets affected. So try to find out what are these internal and external moderators which are giving you the stress and how to cope up with it. Because prolonged stress, as I already told you, that may lead to the chronic diseases. And those chronic diseases, sometimes it is not curable as well. So we have lot of things in our hand to control our mood, our distress or depressed condition. You all might have heard that there are different yogic techniques which are being practiced these days to keep our emotion, to keep our stress level at the optimum. So for that, I tried to make this few slides so that you can know how to deal with these situations. For controlling your stress or conditions, sometimes food is also responsible. Many a time, what we are eating, that is also very important. So we also have to pay attention to the food, the type of the food we are taking. As you all know that nutrient depletion may give you some symptoms like fatigueness, anxiety, depression, irritability, poor mood, stress intolerance, overeating cravings, inability to sleep. But beside that, some mental health disorder we also see, and in that all these symptoms come. So you see that the symptoms of mental health disorder and the nutrient depletion, it is overlapping. So if we try to link it with the nutrition, inflammation, depression in a way, you will see that if you are consuming more processed food, so it is linked to the higher rate of depression. And diets which trigger the inflammation. And you already know that foods which are processed and refined, they trigger the inflammation. The food which trigger the inflammation, it also increases the risk of depression. And it is found that 29 to 41% increase in the risk. So inflammation itself may mediate the depressive symptom. So first of all, you understand how does food affect our brain. The food which you eat, it can affect the chemical composition of your brain because the nutrients in the foods are precursors to neurotransmitters. And these neurotransmitters, which is shown here, they are the messengers which tell our body what to do and how to feel. So it is logical, it is scientific. And these neurotransmitters come in the category of dopamine, serotonin, endorphins, and cholines, which are precursor to the acetylcholine. So look the property of the serotonin. It is a mood regulator. And these actually increase the receptors based upon the level of the serotonin. And it is present in the digestive tract, blood platelet, central nervous system. It is present everywhere. So you have to activate it. So when serotonin is there, it produces a sense of calmness and it also decreases the pain and your appetite. When its level goes down, it increases the aggression. So the food which are rich in the serotonin must be taken up. Some of the amino acids, they also are the precursor of various neurotransmitters. Like tyrosine is the precursor of catecholamine, dopamine, norepinephrine, and epinephrine. And tryptophan-rich food, it is advisable because it is precursor of the serotonin. So this serotonin can be produced by carbohydrate as well. Carbs stimulate insulin, and greater the tryptophan has more bioavailability, and greater the value of serotonin. So what's the relation between serotonin and vitamin D? Everyone might be aware of that these days vitamin D is affecting the health and mood of individual. Vitamin D, which is present in eggs, cheese, fortified dairy products, nuts, mushrooms, salmon, fish. So this the level of serotonin is often low in the winter month. So seasonal affective disorder may be noticed. So by supplementing food with the vitamin D, it increases the serotonin level. And taking sunlight, everyone knows there is synthesis of vitamin D. So one reason is that we go out less and wear more clothes, get less sun. So that leads to the lower level of vitamin D. So what is dopamine? It's another neurotransmitter. So dopamine actually, if it's high level, it improves the mood, your alertness, and ability to cope with the stress. And it also improves the mental health functioning. And the low level of dopamine associated with high level of depression and other mental health disorder. And dopamine actually helps reduce the pain awareness as well. So dopamine synthetic pathway is in your frontal cortex of the brain, and serotonin pathway, it covers almost more than 1/8 part of your brain. Here I am telling you very important fact. So our thinking must be positive. Our thinking must be positive in a sense, give the positive signal to your brain, tell positive things, then only serotonin will be synthesized. If you will speak only negative things, then low level of serotonin, and then that serotonin is going to affect your mood and then your health. I told you now, there is a scientific basis of your thought process. And for that thought process, these two neurotransmitters play a great role in it. So, what are the foods which are rich in the dopamine precursor? Meat, milk, egg, fish, beans, tofu. And choline, I told you, it is also a precursor of neurotransmitter acetylcholine. It is very important for memory. You know that in Alzheimer disease, enzyme acetylcholine esterase breaks down to acetylcholine. So acetylcholine is very important in memory and concentration. So one has to take care of the food. Now you will talk what are the food precursors? Yes. It is present in B complex. Understand? So regularly one should take the supplementation every interval of 6 weeks, and it is present in egg, soya, wheat germ, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, chicken, beef, veal, and liver. Now, one very important aspect of your health, your mood, your happiness is the blood sugar. Fluctuation in the blood sugar leads to the fluctuation in the mood. Understand? If there is a so much mood swing, that means you consume too much sugar. And everyone knows that sugar leads to the cascade of biochemical reactions, which result in chronic inflammation in the body. And inflammation leads to system-wide disruption in biochemical processes, which results in many problems, including cognitive problems and mental health disorder. You should know here at this point that sugar is associated with schizophrenia and depression. Results show that national dairy intake of refined sugar predicted a worse 2-year outcome of schizophrenia and greater prevalence of depression. So sugar isn't just empty calories. It increases the depression and anxiety because of the increased blood pressure, increased obesity, increased cholesterol, increased triglyceride, increased cardiovascular diseases, increased insulin resistance, and cancer tumor growth. Besides that, it leads to liver diseases, dental diseases, increased inflammation, metabolic syndrome in the brain, reduced learning ability, and also decrease in the memory. Coming to the very important food, which is omega-3 fatty acids. You all must know that it cannot be manufactured by the body. And so it cannot be manufactured by the body. And brain is more than 60% fat. And this omega-3 fatty acid is present in oily fish, nut oils, avocado, flaxseed, walnuts, and it helps in reducing the depression. And it also reduces the inflammation and it reduces the heart diseases. The preponderance of epidemiologic and tissue compositional studies supports a protective effect of omega-3 fatty acid intake, particularly eicosapentaenoic acid and docosahexaenoic acid in mood disorder. So EPA and DHA must be consumed. Coming to another important element is the magnesium. It is very essential for avoiding headache and fatigue. Oral magnesium can also successfully relieve premenstrual mood changes. Increased magnesium intake has been found to improve sleep quality. And sources of magnesium include spinach, leafy greens, salmon, and soya beans. Another important vitamin C. As you know, it is present in citrus fruit, oranges, and it reduces the stress and boosts the immune system. So intake of this vitamin can help lower the level of cortisol. Cortisol, remember, it is a stress hormone, and blood pressure during high anxiety situation. So take the vitamin C and regulate your stress level and your BP. Endorphins, these are the prepared in the synthesized in the body, and these endorphins produce the positive mood state and lowers the sensitivity to pain, and it also relieves the stress and depression. depression. So, whenever you do any yogic practices to calm your body, basically your endorphins are produced and positivity starts synthesizing the serotonin. So, these are your body levers, and day by day, your cognitive ability improves, your health conditions improve, and that gives the stability in your life, your happiness in your life. So I'm linking your yogic practices with the food, and the food with your biological physiological changes scientifically. So you'll be able to understand what to eat, how to think, and what breathing practices you have to do to calm your body. So coming to the role of the exercise first. When you exercise, your body produces endorphins, and it is as good medication for mood and mild pain. So one should exercise daily, at least 30 to 45 minutes. It may be walking, or it may be yogic practices, it may be stretching. And you should also know here that exercise is good for your brain cell regeneration, understand, and increasing the brain cell connections. Connections are well, that means your cognitive functions are well. And if you work together, if you exercise together, that gives more impact. Some other nutritional factors which controls your mental and physical health. Focus it, it is your gut health. Because your gut health, which is controlled by your bacteria, which is microbiome, पूरा world है you have in your body, and that is responsible for controlling your immune function, your neurotransmitter synthesis and function, inflammation, pain syndromes, mental health, and general brain health. You will be surprised to know that 100 trillion microbes, which make the gastrointestinal tract their playground, which is very critical for the health. And these gut bacteria regulate digestion and metabolism. They extract and make vitamins and other nutrients from food that you eat. And they program the body's immune system. This sentence I will reread. These microbiome program the body's immune system. So these gut bacteria also produce hundreds of neurochemicals that the brain uses to regulate basic physiological processes as well as mental processes such as learning, memory, and mood. For example, gut bacteria manufacture 80 to 95% of your body supply of serotonin. It is really astonishing to know it, okay? So remember, you have to keep your body healthy by taking every day curd, or take the supplements of the probiotic at least twice in a month, because that is going to influence your mood and your gastrointestinal activity. Let's talk about some more food items. Eat daily dark chocolate. It is really beneficial for individuals who are suffering from high level of anxiety. Oatmeal It also reduces the level of stress hormones, and it boosts the serotonin. Mint, which is pudina, common name, is commonly used to relieve stress and induce calmness. Chamomile, it is used to relieve stress-induced symptoms such as insomnia and gastrointestinal disorder. Valerian root, it is also used for treating anxiety and insomnia. So we all have to first focus on the balanced diet for our health and happiness. So eat at regular time, eat variety of food, don't rush your food. Take time to eat your food. Chew it properly because digestion starts from your mouth only. Reduce fatty food, reduce sugary food, eat foods which are high in fiber and starch. Take the right amount of food and look after your vitamins in the food. So the bottom line of your good health is that macro and micronutrients are essential for cellular functions, including your brain cell function. Without consuming right amount of nutrients, the cell cannot function. It results in signs and symptoms of physical disease and mental health disorders. The production of neurotransmitters does not happen in a vacuum. We want to eat a balanced array of foods with an awareness of the balance of neurotransmitters we are trying to activate in our system. So diet, exercise, and stress management are key to good physical and mental health. And stress management can be done by your breathing exercises. I am sure you all might be using the breathing exercises. For breathing, some of the tips I will talk about it. First of all, I will share one more slide to mention and share with you people. Is it visible? Is it visible? Management of life stresses.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
is yes. This is another slide which I prepared for you to follow how to manage your life stressors and challenges. Hmm. Mostly, how you define the stress. It was given a definition for it. According to Salil, in 1956 it was given. Stress is defined as the pressure experienced by a person in response to life demands. And these demands are referred to as stressors and include a range of life events, physical factors, which may be cold, hunger, hemorrhage, pain, or some environmental conditions, as well as your thoughts, that is, your personal thoughts. So, identify the stress. So, any event or environmental stimulus which cause a person to feel tense or aroused. Stress can be your physical, mental, or emotional strain resulting from the stressors. I was talking about that how to cope. I told that you should have the ability to maintain control, think rationally, and problem solving. This is what is the point when we lose our control. So we have to learn how to cope up with it. So resilience is very important quality that permits a person to recover quickly and thrive in spite of adversity. So I would recommend to all of you that grow the personality of resilience in yourself and try to cope up your stress by maintaining the control. And to maintain the control, yogic practices help a lot. Understand what is this yogic practice. There are different asanas, you all might be knowing about it. Whether it is just sitting and just focusing on your breath, each breath you are inhaling, it is entering in your lungs, and you have to push in and in till your navel point. You have to hold your breath over here, and then you have to release it, that is exhaling process, which happens that you have to control, that must be slow, and that you can control with respect to the time or with respect to the any mantra you want to chant. So chanting also helps in this way. With respect to time, if I say 1 is to 2 is to 2 or 1 is to 2 is to 3, it is much better. You practice it with time of inhaling, if it is 10 seconds, hold it for 20 seconds, and then exhale in 20 seconds. Slowly, when you will develop this habit, then you will practice 10-second inhaling, 20-second holding, and 30-second exhaling. So, exhaling is the process when you are exhaling all the CO2. And here, the biological reason is that you know that enzyme carbonic anhydrase. This carbonic anhydrase turnover is very high. It is the most prominent enzyme in your living system, which controls the pH of your body. Under a stressed condition, your pH increases because of the dissolution of CO2. When your exhaling time is increased, then your carbonic anhydrase releases more CO2. In turn, the level of carbonic acid reduces in your body. So your pH is also coming towards alkaline region, giving you the calmness. So your acidity is linked with your blood pressure. Blood pressure is a indication of your stress. Feeling pressure on your head, on your left forehead, you feel pressure. So immediately take a deep breath. I'm telling you some of the techniques. So for that, uh, your gurus, they have given lot of asanas, and all those asanas in different postures advises you to take the deep breath, and you have to maintain that ratio of inhaling, holding, and exhaling the way I explained you. So try to do 5-6 asanas every day, which is involving your different body part. So this is the way we condition our body, and then slowly you will achieve to a stage in few months that you will not get aggravated with the things which you were earlier doing. Your overall personality will be changed. You can control the world, you can control the situation, and you can control your energy, you can control your future. You will be the most successful person, more satisfied, very much satisfied, very healthy, and happy. Happiness is not something that you related with anything you can buy, go and buy from the market. No, that is what you have to create within yourself. And for that, your diet, your exercise plays a very important role. Your thought plays a very important role. So today I explained you how the food, how your exercise, how your thinking, and how your deep breathing gives you the state of satisfaction. Okay? Understand one more thing. What is the body response when we are exposed to any stress? Our body is actually designed to handle the stress. Whenever we are exposed to any threatening situation, then we follow two paths. One, either we engage in a fight or we run, we leave it. So there are two responses. One is fight and the other is flight. So when situation seems threatening to us, our body reacts quickly to supply protection by preparing to take action. And this physiological reaction is known as fight or flight response. And the physiological response to a stressor is known as reactivity. Physiological responses can accumulate and result in long-term wear on the body. And this wear and tear you have to control. This is what I am explaining you. So what happens under this situation? Biological condition, what happens? You understand. Adrenaline is secreted from the kidney. And cortisol, which is a hormone, is released, providing burst of energy. You feel tremendous energy in yourself when you are under stress condition, fight situation. Your heart starts suddenly beating faster. Your breathing rate and BP increases. Your blood sugar increases in your bloodstream. Your listening ability and your sight gets enhanced. Your digestive system and urine production is slow to divert mood to more critical areas such as brain and muscles. And that makes us able to fight or run. But it is rarely necessary, and it has some side effects that deteriorate our health. Understand it. It deteriorate our health. That situation deteriorate our health. We may have increased blood pressure and your body immune response lowers down. And many of the body functions get interrupted. So stress is bad. Actually, a moderate level of stress is good because it improves your performance and efficiency. And too little stress, it is not so good. It is boreal, kind of boredom. You feel boredom. But too much stress, it is not at all good. It is unproductive and it increases the anxiety level because that is going to be converted to the trauma then. And that trauma will lead to the physical deterioration, emotional, and psychological. So, when I was a kid, I was feeling so much stress going to school, frankly speaking. because never feeling connected to the teacher. So naturally, lack of interest. So whatever study I do at home. I appear in the exam. And it was for my whole schooling till 12th. I was like that. Even I just enjoyed practicals, doing practicals. But all the time which I spent in my school days or college days, I just waste it. It is just wasted because of these stresses only. But no one was there to explain all these issues. So that is the way, that is why I prepared these slides so that you people will come to know all these things and train your children, your friends, your neighbors to improve how to cope up with this stress and find out if it is a stress, then you have to deal with it. And for that, you have to follow the advices which I have given to you. I'm not a guru, but I understand the reasons. I understand the scientific reasons for these situations because it makes our life easy. It makes our life more productive and it makes our life very satisfying. It gives a purpose. Many a time people just not able to focus. They don't understand what they are supposed to do. That is also a kind of symptom of depression. So all these can be taken up if you understand my way of understanding, which is supported with the scientific things. So I have already shown many slides to identify your stresses and how to cope up with these stresses. What are the situations? How to handle those situations? So first of all, you will start working with taking the breathing. For that, you have to travel your inside. Get connected with your body. Leave the outer world. Get connected within yourself. You just go with your every breath. I would rather suggest all of you to do some breathing exercises if you wish with me. And these are some of the strategies which are being used by people these days to relieve the stress, like breathing technique, guided imagery. That's why now when you start doing any yogic practices, it is being said that sit calmly, close your eyes, think in your brain the place you visited and you liked it most. You remember those person of your life to whom you like to interact, and you just be there and take normal breathing the way you do, and then from there you are calm. And then slowly come to the midpoint of your eyebrows. When you are focused and you are at the midpoint of your eyebrows, you are totally disconnected with this world. You are totally disconnected. And this is the point when you reach, this is meditation. Normally, people can meditate for 1 minute or 2 minutes, but the yogic guru can do it for longer. The moment comes when you really forget that who are you. You are just concentrated to that small point. All the thoughts are gone. You're thoughtless. You don't know anyone. There's no relation, no anxiety, nothing. You are just a point. And many people think that to reach to that state of mind, they may require some music which is very calmic music, maybe, or any month. But what I suggest, what I practiced, I start with the brain. First, I do the little stretching, and then I do the breathing, deep breathing, the way I told you, 1:2:2 or 1:2:3. And then I travel in my mind, just think all those things which I want to be in my life, the place where we are, whatever, whichever we like. And then from there I come to the point. And then I'm lost, totally thoughtless. At that point, your breathing is, your palpitation rate, everything. It goes down and down and down. Very slow breathing. Earlier, which you used to take inhalation in 10 seconds, now it is taking 15 to 20 seconds in inhalation. That is the way of calming your body. I'm really calm now. You can feel my voice. I'm totally rejuvenated. And you know, these days, meditation and yoga, these are being advised to children as well because their health condition is also deteriorating because the way our society is training to them. That is why the role of counselors become too much pertinent these days in all the school, colleges, institutions. Now, talking to a person, you can do the therapy. So you now you need a coach to manage your life, and altogether, it will change your perception and your expectations. To set your goals of your life, the realistic goals, to avoid procrastination and set boundaries. Don't compromise with your values and beliefs. Let me tell you very clearly, many of the people, they work under peer pressure. They do many actions which they don't want to do, but they are doing it under peer pressure. So I would rather suggest all of you Don't compromise with your values, your beliefs, and you schedule your own time. That is your me time. It's for me. And of course, last, avoid caffeine. Too much of caffeine is not good. So find a support system to whom you want to talk, your feelings, your experience. And these are the ways of changing your attitude. You will be able to see that you can handle the stressful situations. So be realistic when you are setting your goals and develop the realistic expectations of yourself and from others. Get organized. Look at your prime minister. I always take this example. Every day, dress up in a nice way, wake up early, do your yoga exercises, have good food, plan your day, plan your everything, make a schedule, and establish your priorities. And also, the most important, take break, give your time to yourself. That is the time of rejuvenation and relaxation, like I will do today in the evening after having 5 days of thorough sessions and too much work pressure. Now I will take a short break today and take a good care of yourself, pamper yourself, stick to your routine. Okay? So mindfulness you all might have heard. That is a learned skill which is linked to the research, and that comes by positivity and that affects your health. You all try to do this and I am sure it will really help you. So just healthy eating won't get rid of the stress in your life, but it will help you to respond well to the stress. Okay? To keep eating good food. Pista is a very good nutritious nut. Take care of your body. It is the only place you have to live in. Read it 4 times at least. You have to take care of your body because that is the place where you live in. And food is the most abused anxiety drug. And exercise is the most underutilized antidepressant. So all of you must exercise and learn to say no. That also very important thing. Learn to say no. So now onwards, everyone will do exercise, take the good food, do the time management, be realistic, and laugh. Use humor, see funny movies, laugh with friends, read good book. Okay? And in daytime when you are in your office, just say to your body, relax, 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 at least 3 times. When you say this, relax, your brain gets the command, yes, I have to relax. Then it starts releasing those serotonin endorphins. And while in your office also, you can focus to your breathing the way I told you. And this will really help a lot. So breathe deeply and slowly. I have written it down for you people. Focus on the air moving in your nose, down your neck, into your chest, Just feel it. It is going to that way. And feel your belly push out. Hold your breath for a few seconds. Then exhale slowly. First, feel your belly contract in towards your spine. When you exhale, you feel that your belly is contracting towards your spine. Then feel the air move through the chest, up the neck, and through your mouth. So follow that path. Travel in your body. And then visualize your stress is leaving your body. After doing the breathing, then the way I told you, close your eyes and follow the air in and out of your body. As you exhale mentally, repeat a soothing word like peace or visualize a peaceful scenery. Do this for 5 to 30 minutes. You will observe while sitting or lying down. Tense the muscles of your feet as hard as you can. Then relax them. Do this once or twice for each part of the body. Continue this process for each muscle group all the way up your body until you reach your head. And when finished, remain relaxed for a few minutes. You do stretching, several stretches, like head from left, then hold. Tilt your head to right, then hold. Reach arms over the head and interlace your fingers. This all you can do at your office also. Get a massage. Yeah. Do the self massage at the shoulder. Use your right hand to massage your left shoulder. Likewise, repeat from left hand for right shoulder. So, according to the research of Luskin, know what matters to you in your life and live true to those things. So, first of all, you have to learn what matters to you in your life, and then you have to be true to those things and appreciate the beauty and goodness in your life. And stop complaining about the little stuff that is very, very important. Don't complain all the time. Thank you all. I don't know how much time I took.
Thank you, ma'am. It was indeed a stress buster session. Participants, if you want to discuss anything, your mic has been enabled.
Okay. Any one of you would like to ask anything? Any confusion or any doubt? I'm really sorry that Dr. Varun could not give the lecture. I was also wanted to attend his lecture.
Hello.
Yes, yes. Yes, Rishi. Is it Rishi? Yes,
Hello.
yes, yes, please.
Shweta Shrestha here.
Okay, Shweta. Yes.
So it was a nice session, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am, I would like to ask one thing. There are certain moments in our life when we are feeling too much stressed. and you can say like um, you can say it is the condition of OCD when some work is not done on time and we feel too much stress. Then in that condition, how can we control our stress and emotions?
If it is the moment when you experience in your office, just take a small breath.
Sometimes, sometimes at home when we are not able to do the work properly,
Oh,
uh, we are actually we have to leave for the office, and sometimes time is not allowing to do so, and we have to manage lots of things in a very short time, and
mhm.
there is a crisis situation, like we have to do this thing, that thing, that thing, and everything is not managed properly. I have to do everything which is need to be managed properly, and that creates a situation of stress. So how can we release that stress?
Shweta, first of all, you have to make the priority of your day, and that you must do one day in advance. According to the priority, schedule your day, and according
Yeah.
to the schedule, yes, am I audible?
No, everything is well planned, schedule one day
Fine.
before, but
I'm telling you,
sometimes that create the situation that
I'm telling
things are
you,
not managed.
the quick way of stress releasing is that just drink water, take a small gap, and in that gap period, you can do some inhaling exercise, the way I told you,
Okay.
and just think about something which really gives you the pleasure, gives you the feeling of real pleasure. And
Yeah.
that you may do by walking for 1 or 2 minutes, maybe taking a small break and talking to your friend just for 1 or 2 minutes, drinking water, or if you have some herbal tea. I didn't talk about that. I have so many formulations of those also. All
Okay.
these help a lot. All these helps a lot. You will immediately kick your stress. You
Okay.
understand what I mean? Kick your stress
Okay.
immediately. And you
Yeah.
will find that now you are totally a different personality. You forget everything. It
Yeah. Yeah.
happens with everyone. In office
Yeah.
also, there are many people, they create the situation in a way to make you stressed. If you will start practicing this way, you will never feel stressed. You
Okay.
can say the more harsh things very calmly. Sometimes
Okay.
situation arises that you have to take some harsh decisions.
Yeah.
You have to put it in a way that it should not look harsh, but
Yeah.
it is really harsh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So all these practices will give you or will take you to a mental stage where you are not at all stressed. Stress is the situation. I'm telling you, na, because the scientific reason is that the level of serotonin is less. You take
Yes.
5 to 6 deep breath, immediately it will go.
Okay.
Drink,
Okay. Yeah.
yes, drink little water. Take
Yeah.
a small walk. All these are stress busters.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
understanding that you are taking good diet, you are taking care of your caffeine content.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes you may try black chocolate also,
No, no, I don't like black chocolate.
but it is really good for health. But
Okay.
there is nothing, no problem. And hormonal imbalance should not be there because you are a female. That's why I can understand
Yeah.
some of the hormonal imbalances also give put you in the stress unknowingly. For that, you should keep a check of your diet with respect to the omega-3 fatty acids. Note it down.
Okay.
Okay, note it down. You have to take the, yes, omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids on regular basis,
Yeah.
and also the vitamin D because it will help in the calcium absorption.
Yeah.
These two are the nutritional deficiency which females usually, it happens usually. I'm not
Okay.
telling in all cases, but in
Yeah.
most of the cases.
Yeah.
Even these are the cause of your ovarian cancer, breast cancer.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
Whether you people did the meditation with me or not when I was explaining and doing.
Yeah, I was doing. It was a nice experience.
Yes, you do
Feeling
it.
very
You
relaxed.
do it.
But
Huh.
I think that when we do it in under some guidance,
Hmm.
then we feel some somewhat relaxed. Otherwise,
Okay.
uh,
That means you require a practice.
yeah.
For that, I would suggest that you all make a group and
Yeah.
attach, be associated with me. Every day
Yeah.
I will help you people for 1 month. Then you will feel that you are now expert of doing all these things.
Yeah.
I can start it for you people. For society, I am always there.
Yeah.
So I can
Yeah.
get associated with you people. Don't worry. I will help you all in this regard.
Yeah.
How to keep your body fit, how to keep your mood fit, how to keep yourself stress free, how to be really happy from your inside.
Yeah.
That is the bottom line of this session.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So Shweta,
Thank
you
you.
lead, you lead, and you just make a group with all the participants and get associated with me. Every day we can do it.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay? Yes. Anyone else? Rishi?
Yes, ma'am. Rishi wants to interact. Rishi,
Yes.
please go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. I just want to say, ask ma'am that what is the actual stress? Because I think it is related to person's to person capability. Is it or other thing?
I showed you the slide where I have defined the stress and the type of the stress. I think you have missed that slide.
Actually, ma'am, in between I have a class to
Okay.
then.
So
So
what you do, you will see my slides later on. There I have characterized all the stresses. I have identified all the stresses which anyone can go through it. हो सकता है, it may be that you have not encountered. There are 10 number of stresses. Maybe that you have encountered two or three types. It's good that you do not have any stress. It's really good. Anything which keeps you reminding all the time, it's a stress.
okay.
And
Actually, ma'am, the problem is
listen
that.
what I'm saying. Just listen first.
Okay, ma'am. Sorry.
You might have heard that one saying, be in present. Don't think for future. Don't go in past. That is the stress free moment, I'm telling you. When you are able to focus in present. So I said one sentence before that, when anything doesn't keep you reminding all the time the same thing. If anything comes in your mind again and again, this is the indication of the stress. Rishi, now your turn.
Yeah,
Speak.
yeah. I'm absolutely correct. Actually, I asked this question, but I have not much more stress, but the students often make the excuses of their stress. Sir, you are giving so much work to me. This makes stress. That. So to overcome from those excuses, how to tackle them? So I asked this question.
Okay. If a student says that you are giving me too much work, then the first question I will ask to you that you have to analyze the potential of different students. All students cannot be the same. Like
Yes.
I have 5 students at the moment. I know that which work which student will perform in a better way. And I also know that which student will take how much time in performing that work. You got my point?
Yeah, ma'am, yeah.
If suppose I have been the examiner of today's session, I can give you 100 tough questions to you. And if I really want to know whether you understood the subject, I will make some conceptual questions. I will not put or and ask those questions which will put you in the stress. You got my point?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, yeah.
I gave you the answer from both sides, as a student and as a teacher.
Yeah, ma'am, but in present scenario, the students are very clever. If if we give them
because
some, they
because of
know
the
they.
because of the reason I'm telling you.
Yeah, ma'am.
Because they are doing so many things at a time, looking at
Yeah,
the others. My friend is doing this, X1 is doing this, I will also do. Y is
yeah,
doing this, I will also do. Z is also doing, I will also do. Now it is your job to teach them now what I taught you people. They have to pick your own stair, your own aim. And as per your aim, one has to go and step up step by step. Then only the person will be stress free and in a real sense will be healthy and in a real sense will be happy.
पिला देंगे इसमें क्या
Any
thank you very much.
why so much background noise?
Actually, Mr. Rajneesh mic was on. Okay, participant. Any other query? Any other interaction that needs to be considered?
Whatever I taught you on a scientific basis. So try to learn it, try to follow it. You'll be really healthy and happy. This is my promise to all of you.
Okay, if we do not have any further query, then we will close this session. Before leaving, kindly listen to 2 3 announcements that I need to make. First of all, participants, from now onwards, do not mark your attendance in the WhatsApp group, because at 2:15 we will be sharing the feedback and the evaluation link with you in both WhatsApp and your mail group. So do not mark your attendance in order to miss any important instruction. The link, it has a time set, it will get activated at 2:30 p.m. only. So please do not panic once you receive the link and you are seeing the message or the message is being displayed that you cannot access it. It will only be accessible at 2:30 p.m. The duration of the test is 30 minutes, that is from 2:30 to 3 p.m. You have to submit your test. Your evaluation needs to be submitted within that stipulated time, and after that you can proceed with the feedback suggestion. And then at 3:30 we will be starting with our valedictory ceremony. Am I clear? Is there any query that needs to be addressed? Kindly come forward. Participants, am I clear with the instructions?
Yes, ma'am. It is clear.
Okay, okay.
I think
Thank
to
you.
all of you also.
Please do not panic if the link does not open before 2:30 p.m. It will only be activated at
Ma'am,
2:30.
what will be the total duration of the paper? With the
Sorry.
and then at what by what time you
Shweta, you are not audible. Please, pardon again. Shweta.
what time activate? Hello.
What time? Okay.
Am I audible?
The link will be shared at 2:15 p.m. That is 15 minutes before the commencement of the evaluation, but it will only be activated at 2:30 p.m. The total
Yeah.
duration of the
But at
evaluation
what
is,
time?
yes, please proceed ahead.
Yeah. Total duration of the examination
Is 30 minutes. That is from 2:30 to 3 p.m. You need to submit your Google form within that stipulated time, and after that from 3 p.m. you have to submit the feedback. Am I clear?
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And
Excuse me,
after
I want to
two,
ask one question.
yes
Can
sir,
I ask one question?
yes sir, please go
How
ahead.
many questions? How many questions will be there in the test?
It's 30, I guess.
Okay, okay.
No.
And the
And
feedback form will also be a Google form.
yes, feedback form will also be a Google form comprising of 7
Okay,
questions, and the
okay,
quiz will have the multiple choice questions.
okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, hello.
Yes,
Am I
yes ma'am.
audible?
Yes
Yeah.
ma'am, please proceed.
A link at exam link will be on Google. Oh, sorry, on WhatsApp or it will be on mail.
Both ways it will be
Okay.
shared in to you in both ways. And regarding the lectures PDF, you
Yeah.
might have been asking, we will share you shortly, do not panic for that also. And
Okay. Fine.
after 2:15, please do not mark your attendance in the WhatsApp group. It is
Okay.
very obvious once you attend the quiz that you were present for that session.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Fine.
Thank you. Any other query?
No. No. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please take a break, have your lunch, and we will meet at 2:30 p.m. shortly.